Training is the most important thing if you want to improve in anything. So, I'm C5 from the Beefy Smash Dudes, and we're gonna show you 4 custom stages that are perfect to practice specific techniques in Smash. We will post the stages online for you to download, or you can just recreate them yourselves. They are not too complicated to make. In the description we explain step by step how you can download it on your Wii U. Now let's get into it. The first thing to practice is shield dropping. This technique allows you to drop through a platform while standing in your shield. It's a little faster than doing it after letting go of shield. It works simply by moving the control stick downwards with the correct speed while shielding. Do it too fast and you will spot dodge, too slow and you just tilt your shield. The right timing needs practice. On this stage we simply stacked platforms above each other with springs at the bottom to transport you back up quickly. When you become better, you can try using aerials or specials right after dropping through the platform. We created platforms with different heights to simulate the platforms on Battlefield and Dreamland, and even added some moving platforms to simulate those of Smashville. But note that these are not the exact same height of the real stages, since the stage builder does have its limitations. I would recommend you to use the training mode for practice on all of our stages. At this stage particularly, if your shield gets low or even breaks, you can simply press reset in the menu and keep practicing. Next up, trumping. This technique is very well known. Grab the ledge shortly after your opponent to push them off if they don't buffer a get up roll, jump or attack. What's especially interesting are the follow-ups a trump can lead to. On this stage, you can practice and experiment with trumping to your heart's desire without the need of a second player. In the training mode, if you add CPUs to the stage, they always spawn in the same spot. So, to practice trumping, you simply add a second or third CPU and quickly press start afterwards. The CPU will fall exactly into the right spot and grab onto the ledge, the perfect target to practice trumping on. To reset the situation, you simply remove and add the CPU again. Now, in the settings, you can either set the CPU to control so that they really do nothing except grab the ledge, or you can set them to stop. If you do that, the CPU will jump shortly after getting trumped. This way you can test out possible follow-ups and see if they are fast enough in case your opponent doesn't air dodge. The CPU will also jump from the ledge, but not immediately, so it is possible to trump them. If you close the menu too early while the CPU is set to stop, they will jump onto the stage before grabbing the ledge, so you might have to wait a moment before closing it. We prepared 2 slightly different stages here. One has a vertical wall and the other one a diagonal wall, so you can practice trumping in 2 different settings. Another very important but sometimes underestimated mechanic is mashing. Mashing a lot of buttons fast helps you escape grabs faster. We already made a video about the best way to mash and some other rules on it. You can check that out in the description. But mashing doesn't only help against grabs or burrows, but it also makes you recover quicker after your shield was broken. We use that fact to create a stage where you can practice mashing and actually see how fast you have been without having to use a stopwatch. You simply press reset in the menu of the training mode, close it and start shielding. A platform will hover below you right as your shield breaks. When you land on it, start mashing, and as soon as your character recovers from being stunned, drop through the platform. The better you mashed, the shorter the distance you traveled on the platform. We also added some pillars above the stage to make measuring the distance and comparing your results easier. By the way, you only have to start mashing after your character already stood up. Mashing before that won't help you recover faster. This stage is not only to train your fingers in mashing as fast as possible, but to also find out which technique works best for you and to experiment around. The last mechanic can in many cases be life-saving, tacking on the ground and on walls. If you get launched against a solid area, you can tack to prevent bouncing off of it by pressing shield on impact or right before impact. This works on the ground, on walls and on ceilings. On vertical or diagonal walls, you can also tack jump by pressing or holding up while tacking. Our stage consists of 2 areas where you can practice tacking all by yourself. On the left side, you can practice all kinds of tags on the ground, wall or ceiling. On the right side, we tried simulating a standard stage to practice stage spikes on. The diagonal wall is particularly useful to practice tag jumps, tag jump aerials or other stuff you can do after tacking. In the menu of the training mode, you can also adjust your percent to make the lava launch you either slower or faster. One disadvantage with the lava is that it has a lot of hit lag, which you barely ever encounter in a real match. That is it for our practice stages, but I do have one more surprise for you. Yes, we did remove the splatter shirts from our shop, but we have a new shirt available already and we call it the Pocket Cloud. No matter if you play Cloud or if you want to make fun of other Pocket Clouds, there are more than just one reason to buy this shirt. So click the link, get the shirt. By the way, we are now on teespring.com because it's cheaper and more practical, in case you were wondering. As always, thank you so much for watching, see you soon and stay beefy.